it's me. Hello. I've come from the void. I yelled for long enough that they finally let me in because I was too annoying. So I'm back now. Hello, it's me. Shirgi. The only one. Definitely there aren't any more. Because if there were more, I already ate them. I can be the only one. It's time for music writing. Music writing, yippee. It's time for some writing. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really have any ideas right now. And I think I say that, I've been saying that for the past few streams, but I really don't. So it's mostly just going to be what I feel like is good. And if it's not good, it shall be removed. And if this is good, then it shall stay. But also undergo thousands of reorchestration attempts and yada yada yada. You know the drill. You've watched me before, right? Probably, since you're already here in like the first 2 seconds of the stream. Probably. You know, I did say I joined some music jams. So I could write music with more prompts, and then I didn't do them. So, you know, I'm very, very good at keeping my promises. You know, I'll do it when I feel like it. And I feel something. Okay. Soon we shall begin. Hopefully the motorcycles outside are ready to rev their engines so that they can interrupt me while I'm trying to orchestrate something very delicate. They're the perfect resource I need for this exercise. And I really need to add more things to my music writing cheat sheet that I have here. I used to have so many things. I keep saying this, but I guess I don't feel like I need any more. But still. Who can send messages? Anyone, subscribers, or live commentary? Oh. Apparently I can manually approve who gets to speak. That's so stupid. Only some people are allowed to speak sometimes. Redirects allow you to keep viewers engaged across multiple events at a live stream or premiere for people to watch after yours ends. I don't know. Can I send them to like Rick Astley or something? I don't care about that. That would actually be awesome. The stream ends and anyone who happens to have it on in the background gets sent somewhere else. Can it just be any video of my choosing? Apparently it can be any video on the internet, on YouTube. This is power that they should not give anyone. Okay, well anyway. It's time for some music. I shall share the link to my stream in my Discord, sir, which you can look at in the link in the description. Yippee! Let me clear my clipboard out just in case there are all my thousands of passwords in there that I store in my computer's keyboard constantly. I'm gonna have to clear that. And now we're good. Welcome back, all y'all. Any updates for... Any updates for anything? I have none. Okay, Alt F4 Discord, get out of here. Hey guys, I could Alt F4 OBS. I wonder what would happen. Actually, I know exactly what would happen, because I've... On some occasions, I've been playing like a game on a stream and my computer actually just like blue screens. And my computer, the stream, the game, it all dies at once. I have had that before. MuseScore isn't unstable enough to reach that, but it could be. MuseScore could be unstable enough to blue screen my computer, and then the stream would die. If it does happen, I have every right to make fun of MuseScore for the rest of my days, but it hasn't happened yet, so... the game in question was Minecraft, by the way, so I get to make fun of Minecraft for the rest of my days for causing that to befall my poor PC. PPC for short. Okie dokie. Hello, nerds. And I know you're nerds because you're watching classical music. Welcome back. It's finally time. I guess I should have started like 40 minutes ago. I started writing something, just to write something, and it didn't sound very good, so I deleted it. And now here we are. I probably shouldn't be deleting things, because they're probably going to be useful at some point, but whatever. It's mine. Just reinstall a game literally yesterday, and I'm already crashing out on. Why? You know, it's pretty easy to not be angry. All I have to do is just stop. Maybe look at the sun, stare at it a little bit, it'll clear your mind. I reinstalled Counter-Strike recently, and I never got angry at Counter-Strike, but I've definitely gotten worse from the times I've not been playing it. But, I don't know. It takes a lot to get me angry in a game. Even if people are, like, straight up say not epic things about me, I don't really care. I probably deserve it because I'm doing so poorly. But yeah, I haven't been doing so good. I should probably play more of it if I want to be good again. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, and the Steam Autumn Sale is happening. I can go get all the games that I have on my wish list that I haven't been getting. Because I don't care. I don't really get games. I just put games in there that I think might be interesting. And I have so many on there that I'm like, ooh, this looks fun. Maybe I'll get this one day, and then I never get it. I have games that I have like I put in my wish list for like almost over a year now, and I still haven't bought them, even though there have been sales and sales. My FOV is like 104 and I'm still trash. I think 104 FOV is pretty insane, actually. Anything above like 100 is probably too much. Unless you're playing on a big wide monitor, it's a little different. How are you? I'm doing so hungrily. I'm just kidding. I just thought that would be funny. But maybe I deserve yet another chocolate shake. I feel like I deserve an infinite amount of those, just for being me. So I'll probably get another one later. I'm just kidding, that's probably not a good idea. But yeah, I have so many games that I have yet to get. Like, I think I put Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on my wish list since November 28 of last year. And it's currently 80% off on sale. I still haven't gotten it because I'm like, well, am I really going to play it like right now? Like, I could include it in my library. Okay. It's free on Epic Game Store. Yeah, but that means I would have to open the Epic Game Store. So I played Terraria because of you. Terraria is a great game. It's very fun. If only I enjoyed it more, because I don't really like it that much. I like building stuff in Terraria. I thought that was very fun. You can get really creative with that, but like combat, not into. You just shoot the damage sponge and then it dies. And if you don't have enough damages, then you die. That's how it works. I guess there's also some dodging, but there are just games that do it better. Oh well. At least you can build cool stuff in Terraria, and you can paint blocks. It's so awesome. You can paint them. You just splash a bit of color in there and it gets painted. That's very cool. I also have GTFO on my wish list, which apparently was added on January 4th, 2022, but I still haven't gotten it. Like, oh, that's such a... I feel like you're molesting the microphone. Oh, okay, sorry. So there's this game that I've been wanting to get for a couple years now. It's called GTFO, and I saw Markiplier play, and I'm like, wow, that's a pretty cool game. And it looks pretty creepy. You just like shoot these alien creatures in the dark, and it looks very fun, but I don't think I have enough friends that would want to play it. Anyway, I'm probably not gonna get it anyway, because I don't buy games. I think the last game that I played that was like, new was the Trolley Solution. That was fun. It was a fun game. But that was like the most recent game I played. Like I got that like a few days after it came out. Other than that, all the games I play are super old. I re-downloaded Fallout New Vegas because I never actually got that far in it, and maybe I'll start streaming it again. Because I like the games. I just never got far in it. I played an okay amount of Fallout 3. I like that, and I heard Fallout New Vegas is better, so we could play that too. But I'm so busy sleeping and doing nothing, and also writing music, even though that's not most of what I do. Oh, it's just so old, just makes me feel dread at this point. Dang, my Steam account is 12 years old. I joined Steam on June 16, 2013. Here, I can prove it to you right now. Here's my Steam profile. There you go, 12 years of service, and I'm only level 13. You can tell how many games I've bought based on my level. It's not many. Oh well. One of my friends is playing Monster Hunter Wilds right now. Very cool. Man, we gotta get back on Tabletop Sim and like complete more of our games. We have a session of the Game of Life that we did once at like 2 a.m. and then we stopped and then didn't play again. Me and my friends played billiards, but it was really stupid because it was on Tabletop Sim and the physics did not work very good. And we played Cards Against Humanity, which was fun. We should play that again. Something really weird about a band I like is that they have a song with a working title of Sadist. They also apparently recorded in 95 and wasn't released because they don't want us happy. Oh, does your band have like bootlegs and stuff? More and more people are doing bootlegs. And I think there's a new Beatles record that's coming out that has bootlegs, and a lot of people were mad because they're like, we've already heard all these tracks, this is a ripoff, I can't believe it, you're saying you're releasing new unreleased tracks, but they're actually super released. Whatever, man. There's a new Bobby Dylan bootleg series coming out though, which I'm so excited for. And he like released one single of it, and it sounds great, and I can't wait to learn all of those songs in there. But Noita is one of my favorite games. Gotta be. I have almost 100 hours in it. Almost. I have 96.4. Very fun game. But I think I played a little bit too much of it for too long a time, so I got a little fed up with it. Oh, I didn't get fed up with it. I'm not tired of it. I just like need to take a little break from it. And then I can get back into the swing of things. But it was a very fun game. Very much like. And maybe since I completed Half-Life 1 on stream, I'll go through Half-Life 2, even though I've already beaten it like 10,000 times. But I'll do it again, because I like the game. Anyway. That's so much hours, like almost 100 of them. I know, I did like 100 hours and I've barely done anything in the game. I I haven't gotten very far. I haven't seen everything there is to see. I haven't defeated all the enemies there are to defeat. And yet I still have 100 hours. It's mostly because I suck, but even though that might be the case, it's still fun. And to be honest, that matters a whole lot more to me than me completing the game, is that I have fun. I used to know someone that played the heck out of Noida and got everything done within like 60 hours, and they were like completely new to the game, and they were just good at video games, and I'm not, but that's okay, because again, it's really fun. It's frustrating, but like, it makes you want to play again. What have I missed? Oh, I'm just sitting here talking about you specifically and how stinky you are. So that's what you missed. Okay, back to this thing that we were writing last time. I added these harps here because I like harps, but also I haven't put anything on them. I think what we're going to do first is start just join what have I missed. Oh, you missed when we were talking about you and how low your IQ is. Specifically you that just joined in. So that's what we were talking about. So now we're going to figure out what orchestration things that I think are stupid, and then what I think needs to happen next throughout the piece. And maybe you guys can give suggestions, because I currently don't really have an idea. And we'll see. So I was like listening to it a little bit just to think about, I think there needs to be more pizzicato stuff here. I'm going to let you listen to it in a moment. It's this little, these wonderful tritone runs. I think maybe flute ain't the instrument that we want to put on this. Anyway, I'll play this part for you, and then you can decide together what we think. I also increased this acceleration. Okay, so in this part here, I want there to be a little bit more movement, especially in the violins. You guys can play something here. Where are the femboys? In your dreams. Let's put some more pits happening here. Why are you so quiet? Why can't I hear the violins? What happens? What? Hello? Where are my violin sounds? Did they not load in? Hold on, let me reopen MuseScore here. Oh my gosh. You guys like my circle of fifths? It's so circly. And my chord chart. I really need to make a better chords chart, because this just hurts to look at. I mean, I literally screenshotted this from Wikipedia, so it's not very good. I could probably make a better one somewhere else. I'm not sure what I would make it look like to make it better, though. I could have like maybe I could make like a PDF, like a page, like a cheat sheet thing with all these useful composing things, the circle of fifths, the chord charts, maybe have something for like woodwind spacing. I know do I have a screenshot of that anywhere? I should have a screenshot for woodwind spacing somewhere. No. I have arrow parts. You guys want to see my arrow parts? Don't ask why I have these on my computer. Okay. What else? I thought I had like screenshots of like different composing yada yadas, whatchamacallits, thingamadoodas. Images. Open my images folder. Please open. When I press the enter button, that means you open the folder. Thank you. Why did you open a new window? I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Okay, whatever. I guess it's gone. How much space do you have left over? Will you put it in the Discord? I'll join it. What, the Discord, like, server? The link is in the description. But the, like, images, I don't really have anything right now for that. How much space do you have left over? Well, unlike my PC, I don't know. You're gonna see how much storage I have left on my D drive. I have 653 gigabytes out of 1 terabyte. Even though it says 1 terabyte, it's actually 931 gigabytes. So those, what's that? 69 gigabytes that I'm missing right now, they went somewhere else. I don't know what my computer's doing with them. Probably rubbing them up against each other and watching them spark. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was gonna pull up, here, this book here, The Principles of Orchestration by Mr. Korsakov. I remember there were some useful charts in here that I had before. Like, these are pretty useful. I like this image. I'll stick that in there. And I think this one's also a very good image. These are the instrument ranges. I'll put them in here. Why are they so low quality? Wait, hold on. Can I get, like, the cool version? Oh, enlarg. I enlarged it. Okay, let's get the enlarged version. Cool. You say this PDF was called? What, the book? I just looked up Rimsky-Korsakov Principles of Orchestration. I'd prefer that y'all go get a physical copy from the library, or you can buy it, I guess, if you use it that much, but I just got this online copy so I can steal all of the charts from it. So let's get all of those instrument ranges charts. Those would be useful to have. I mean, I already kind of know it, but pizzicato. I mean, MuseScore tells you what the instrument ranges are, but Rimsky-Korsakov very helpfully. And I've seen no other composing book do this. He tells you what they sound like in these ranges. So, you know, the flute in this like middle range from A to G here in this middle, he says is sweet, transparent. And he says here for the oboe, these notes are liquid and penetrating. And no other, literally zero other composition books I've read have these kinds of descriptions in them. And you know what? I don't know why, because this is extremely useful when you're starting out. This is probably one of the first things the student should learn is generally what the what feeling the instrument will give when you hear it in certain ranges, because the clarinet will sound very different depending on what octave it's playing in, and no other book I've seen. Maybe it says like, oh, the clarinet at this higher range is very bright, and the clarinet in its lower range is very deep. But here, Mr. Korsakov was like, if you play it here, it'll sound dark and sonorous. In the middle, it's weak and dull. And then here he says the bassoon here is dull. I don't know why he specifically singled out a B flat here instead of a B, but whatever. Go off, Korsakov. And then this note is often missing. The same book where you showed me the alt scale. No. This would be a great clip. You know what else is a great clip? My local barber. What other things? I think he had... Okay, while these are useful, this is like reference book type stuff, right? Like, that can be on a whole other... But that's like reference book. Like, generally, you'll just kind of get a feel for this by listening to the instruments played through MuseScore. But there are charts that are a little more useful here, if I could find it. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. Something like this. For part harmony, yada yada. Bad. Don't write like this. Bad. Consecutive octaves between the upper parts are not permissible. Okay, there was a very specific chart that I wanted to bring up here, but I don't remember where he put it. Distribution of notes and chords, natural harmonic scale. Not really anything you really need to know unless you care that much about it. Harmony, general observations. Okay, there is like a... He had like certain charts for different like instrument spacings, and I can't remember where it is. Music theory is a suggestion. That's all I had to say. I'll be on my way. Great suggestion. Luckily, I don't know a single thing about music theory, so unfortunately, I will not be able to give any input on that. Let's see. Not better. Not good. Did he seriously write clarinets in the alto clef? Come on, Korsakov. You can do better than that. Duplication of timbres. Blah, blah, blah. This is a very good chart. I like this. Look at that. Look at those wonderful brass spacings. He calls this one beautiful full resonance. This one I'll do like this. Okay. I am a musician, but I clicked because I was expecting a femboy. Unfortunately, however, it appears it isn't a femboy. What part of my appearance made you think I was a femboy? Okay. Number of horns should be doubled. Well, see, I've heard people commentate over Korsakov saying that this rule that he puts that 2 horns, like, quote unquote, equals like a tuba, or 2 horns, quote unquote, equals a trombone. They're like, well, yes, but actually no, but really yes, but also no. It's a little strange. I guess it's nothing that I can really describe. You'll just have to like hear it and all that. Didn't he have a chart based on he has some charts here about more chord distribution thingies. I mean, I'm not really using these, but I guess it'd be useful for other people to look at. Although, you know, you could just read the book, which would be infinitely more useful, but whatever. I'm very specifically looking for a chart here that he put in, but I can't seem to find it, and I probably already skipped it, even though I've been looking, you know, whatever. I'll just save this. Wow, look, I have so many more charts. I'll bring you guys closer. Okay. Yeah, go get that book. Go download it and or check it out from the library. I felt a burp coming, but nothing came. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'll read it, but words are hard. Do I need to read it for you? I'll read it for you. I'll stop everything I'm doing to read it, because I actually am willing to do that. I actually have fun reading that theory to y'all. But I think I actually did have Korsakov notes somewhere, but I'm not sure if I still have them. They're probably... was it this one? It was probably this one. Because I did read over part of that specific book, and I think I wrote some notes over it. Go away. Mixer. Yeah, so like we went specifically over, like I summarized here, what Korsakov suggests, and I wrote down the red means a bad example, and then a green means good example. So yeah, this is like, I haven't published this anywhere despite me spending so much time on summarizing his notes and then giving examples. I like the Christmas colors. Anyway, time to not look at that again. I don't know, I'll publish that somewhere, who knows. You know, I should probably... You know, I'm posting that right now. I don't know why I haven't posted that yet. I think I was waiting to like polish it and like put it on my website or something, but whatever. Maybe I'll do a stream where I program my website. That would actually be so awesome. I know people do coding streams. I just haven't. Here, you know, I'll export them as PNG images. You can go just here. I'll put my name in here, and I'll just stick it in here for now. Get over here, Discord. Open Discord. Where's my... You guys want to look at my file system? Well, look at all those things. All right, here's my Discord server. You know, I'm not even gonna put a caption to this. I'm just gonna select them all, mine, and then yoink. All right, perfect, awesome. Also, you should join the Discord because we have a. Can you upload faster? I'm literally streaming right now. Upload the files. Thank you. Release the documents. There you go. Those are my Korsakov notes. You can go look at them. Go join the Discord so you can look at them. I can't promise that they're any good though. Just stuff like you need to surround the tone color of the instrument with different ones because it sounds awesome. I guess I should also post the audio. I think that's what I was planning to do, right? I think I was planning to post these examples on my website and then include like a small audio clip alongside it so you can hear the difference. That's probably actually what I should do. That would make a whole lot more sense. Because it's very useful to, I don't know, hear the examples other than just trying to imagine it in your mind. I think that was the plan, but I just didn't do that because I think I just forgot to. You know what? Maybe next time I'll do that. Maybe I'll just do a stream where I literally program my website and then put all the things I need to on there, the audio files and stuff. What does it sound like? What, my notes? Basically I like summarize the piece of advice that Korsakov notes, and then I wrote a bad example in red and a good example in green of that rule being followed. So this rule here I follow pretty often. When you're writing for woodwind instruments specifically, he says that if you put the intervals of octaves, thirds, and sixths, you want to use similar instruments for that. And if you write in fifths, fourths, seconds, and sevenths, you want to use different tone colors. He gave a reason why, but just for a summary, I didn't add that. And so the bad examples and then good examples, you can immediately hear that this sounds more balanced than this. And then this one sounds much more balanced than this. Korsakov was a composer who was extremely concerned about balance. Korsakov was extremely concerned about balance in his writing, right? So, of course, you might not be concerned about balance. In fact, imbalance might be exactly what you're going for. So I guess you want to follow all the bad examples in that case, but you know, if you're just starting out, you probably want to at least get the fundamentals down, and I think Korsakov is a good place to start. So, when you follow these rules, and I think it's very important that you understand why the rules exist, like 4-part harmony, why do those rules exist? They don't exist just to make your life pain, although I guess maybe they do, but they exist to get a specific kind of sound across, and are we making a symphony, a fugue? No, I mean, I'm showing off my notes right now. This is what we're working on, is this thing. But first I'm showing off these notes, so I can, I posted these notes in my Discord server if you want to go over my Korsakov notes. I didn't even write here that they were mine. I didn't write here that they're from Rimsky-Korsakov. I just posted the images. Alright, whatever. And here, when you're writing for all these instruments together, the challenge generally when you're writing for a woodwind choir is that if you have only one or two of each instrument, it can be difficult to blend them together because the oboes and the clarinets and the flutes and bassoons, they all have very different tone qualities. So it can be difficult to try and get them to blend together, but if you follow Korsakov's advice, you can get it down a little bit better. So he says the double reeds have kind of similar-ish tone qualities, and then the clarinet and flute have similar tone qualities. That chord sounds okay. This one I think sounds a little strange because of this low oboe, but whatever. This one's probably better because of the high oboe. Okay, whatever. Not why we're here. Get out of here. You can look at that later. Just read the book yourselves, you lazy nerds. Why aren't you guys tied even though you're the exact same note? Okay, thank you. Let's continue our adventure of orchestrating here. So, right, like I was saying earlier, I wanted these parts to have... Oh yeah, I restarted MuseScore because I couldn't hear the notes. Pizzicato, go! Why is it just too quiet? Oh my gosh, it's because it was too quiet. Okay, let's continue breaking all of the rules that I have previously followed when orchestrating, and let's write in some of these beautiful parallel tritones here. I guess it doesn't break any rules, but I sure as hell ain't written them before. Not very proud of this F flat that I've written here, but I don't care. Let's put you here. You guys, just for starters, you guys do this thing in octaves. Thanks for the advice. I'll see you later, and you are welcome. Be louder, please. My friends, play at... Where is Dynamics here? Hold on. Reinstate this here. Make all you guys eighth notes. I think I want to have... Oh wait, hold on. I should have preserved that pizzicato here. And I want you to be... Let's have kind of an offset rhythm going on here. Your E, your B flat, your C sharp. No, you're just C. Actually, are you C sharp? You're C sharp. Okay, C sharp. And then there's no note playing here because I'm a dum-dum, so just replay C sharp, will you? And then B, and then F flat. I don't think you can go down to F flat here, so just play nothing, I guess. Just rest. Fair enough. Have both violin groups play this. Okay. I think the pizzicato really helps. You guys definitely need to increase in volume though, because I'm starting to lose the pits parts. Okay, you guys are way too loud, never mind. I take that back. The file name of pretty_soldier. You'll have absolutely zero, no idea what I was thinking about when I wrote that title. You'll never guess. Not a single person will be able to guess it. Let's copy this part and put it down here. Just have everyone play this. Maybe octaves. Yeah, they can't play that beautiful F flat there, but whatever, or C flat. No, just do like that. Okay. Or maybe you can crescendo just by adding more instruments, and you know, that would be smart. If I was a good composer, I would have recognized that already. Just like crescendo just by like adding more instruments like this. And I don't like these dotted rests. Just do like that. That's a little easier in my mind here. And just copy paste pits here, and then Take this mezzo forte, copy paste mezzo forte to y'all. Okay. Good. I think you guys ain't pronounced enough. Just cellos, please. No, it definitely needs that contrabass hit, you know? And I want the xylophone to have some more action here. But I'm not sure who it would be. Because it already plays during this scream here, and that's how I would describe it, as a scream. Okay. Why does it sound like the notes are clashing so much? Because what I've written here is parallel tritones. And parallel fourths. Let's just listen to this. So it's just a lot of parallel notes moving in this beautiful whole tone scale here. Okay, I guess some of you aren't whole tone notes. A flat, B flat. Yeah, you're a second here, but whatever. That's why they sound like they're clashing so much. So used to those sounds, it doesn't register as clashing. I see you're so cultured. But anyway, yeah. Well, the inclusion of bass flute. I know, right? Bass flute is actually exactly what I needed for this. The point of this is that this part here is supposed to sound very like something devilish is happening, which is why it's like speeding up. It's like a descending weirdness happening, and that's why I have all these funny stuffs happening here. The beginning is a little nicer though. Anyway. Okay, what else did I want to change here? We'll listen back here from this part. I want to hear this pizzicato more. Why can't I hear it? More. Louder. Try this instead. Okay, I can't really hear the difference. Oh well. Okay. Harmony. Feels like there needs to be something up above to loosen it maybe, or maybe I should just keep it nice and dark and dingy. Doesn't have quite the bite I want. I like the bass clarinet here. Try a contrabassoon instead. Contrabassoon has a lot more like overtones and stuff, so it should be... It's a lot brighter in the sounds, you know? Compared to something like the tuba, which has a very low down and round kind of sound, where the contrabassoon is a little bit more shrill, but only a little bit. I don't know why you're not playing this last note. Why are you two eighth rests? Go combine. You guys crescendo here. You got, or actually, yeah. And then just like go to forte here. The clarinet is so loud at this part. Good. I'm not hearing this part. Oh yeah, it's because I forgot to unpizzicato them. That sounds so stupid. You guys got our arco. Let's copy this arco marking I have here. Yoink. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Violas ottava at the third repeat of that phrase. Like here. I dare you to put an Amogus theme in the music. Bro, if you want to write the music, why don't you just do it? So you want like more 9-dot diatonic single staccato notes. Guys, you know MuseScore 4 is free, right? You can download it right now if you want. Go write your own music, you dum-dums. It's a little hard to hear you. I'm gonna put you back on bass clarinet here. Maybe clarinet and B flat here. Okay, I think the clarinet is better. Maybe I should have like this. Okay. Maybe two bassoons, y'all playing in octaves. Oh, whoopsies. The bassoon is so distinct and easy to hear that I'm not quite sure I like that so much. The UI is so different from I remember. It has really, really changed since when I first started using it too. Just do this. I think this is better. The bassoons blend nicely with all the other dark instruments, but really only in this lower part. In the upper parts they stand out a little too much, I think. Here the bassoon adds a lot. Also bassoon 2 has been... Actually, bassoon 1 hasn't had anything, and it's only bassoon 2 that's been playing. Goodbye, bassoon 1. You're bassoon 2, you're being promoted to just bassoon. I guess second bassoonist will just be the contrabassoonist, but oh well. There you go. Beautiful. Now that we've nerfed... Also, I noticed the same thing is happening here for clarinet 1, and also there's no clarinet 2, there's just bass clarinets. Oh, good enough. Okay. Any other instruments I'm here to nerf? Violin soloist. Actually, I think I'll use you at some point. I just haven't. Okay. Maybe I'll have like a long crescendo here. Or, you know, I could just add another instrument playing instead of making them try and figure out what that's supposed to mean. You know, this would make lots of sense. Watching a composition stream instead of working on my own composition for my masters? Dang. You're a master of composition? That's pretty cool. You can go up to people and say, I'm a master at composing. I cannot say such a thing. That's a pretty cool title. Okay, all you guys play piano. Now that I've added a bunch more instruments, the horns are definitely going to have to play a little bit louder. Thank you, my horn friends. sure if I like oboe here. A piano bass drum roll plus timpani would be pretty nice. Oh, that's what I added. Yippee. Like hear the whole piece if so, how do you like translate into the sheet, or do you just connect individual parts and it's all spontaneous? Okay, so for this piece in particular, I don't really have a plan in mind. For the last orchestral piece that I completed, I had like an outline. So I wrote like a chamber music part, and then I just like translated that into orchestra. And that was extremely useful. This one, I'm literally just winging it. I have no ideas. I mean, I have some ideas that maybe I want to include. Do I have a general structure? Absolutely not for this one. If I'm trying to continue it, you'll see me just kind of go silent for a little bit and close my eyes while I try to imagine what I think I should go next. And then I like replay that a few times in my mind so I can get it down. And then I try putting it onto the page. And that's something I continually am trying to get better at, is thinking of something in my mind and then putting it onto the score. That's like a skill that I think needs to be trained. So that's what I'm doing by writing for all these instruments. And then sometimes I write it down and I think that's not what it sounded like in my mind, and I gotta rechange it all and all that kind of junk. Anyway, right, I don't like oboe here. Trumpet, you try. Okay, trumpets, I think you're a little too loud. Because you're trumpets and you don't know how to shut up, so just do like this. A trumpet with a mute of some kind, man, that would be so nice. If only the sound font that I'm using had mutes, but it doesn't. Someone did suggest that I could just switch to a sound patch that does have mutes. I did that on accident, although it is clunky, and I will agree it's extremely clunky. I'll have to change the trumpet to a trumpet. The trumpet got changed to a trumpet. Some Stravinsky influence. What? Me? Influenced by Stravinsky? That's not true. That's impossible. No way I would ever do anything like that. Anyway, I don't think I can like change instrument to a trumpet one from a trumpet one. Pocket trumpet. Trumpet B flat. I can change it to a trumpet in F, E, B, D, K, or A. That's too many trumpets. Why can't I just change it to a trumpet with a mute on it? Mute. Trumpet. You're getting changed to a pocket trumpet. Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. Do you write consort for trumpets? I think so. Have trumpets can be doubled by oboe, makes a more warm effect. I did have these on oboe and English horn originally, but unfortunately, it's actually the opposite of what I want. I want this to have a very thin sound. And unfortunately, I mean, I know bassoons have a nice thin sound up here, but I think trumpets with mutes would actually be better. So I believe the default Muse trumpet has a mute sound. Okay, that hardly sounds like a trumpet mute, but... Mute! Mute! Alright, I immediately changed my mind. It doesn't have a mute sound, even though I thought it did. Does it not? Oh, it does. It's just not playing it. You idiot. Louder. It sounds kind of stupid, but... I guess we can try it. Also, I don't think this trumpet patch has a mute. No, it doesn't sound different. I thought maybe a little bit, but not really. This one definitely sounds like it has a mute. So, you're getting, there's also mariachi, which I think is very interesting. Very interesting sound patch that they've decided to add. But oh well, I can also have multo vib. Okay, that is kind of pretty, but unfortunately not what I need. I'll just mute that. I guess consort is technically correct. Okay, you know what? Just do like that. And then I'll have the same change instrument nonsense for you. That's not how you spell trumpets. There you go. So I'm basically cheating MuseScore's thingy here, but it's not the mariachi patch having more vib than the multo vib. Oh, you know. You know how it is. Does this one have a mute sound? That's definitely not muted, I'm telling you that much. Okay. You're getting changed. I don't know why more of these orchestral patches, they ain't got no mutes. You would think that they would. I think if we were doing this, I think muted horns would actually sound better than muted trumpets. Let's try, let's try, wait, why didn't you change back? You changed the dynamics here before. Change it back. Oh, there you go. Okay, bassoon, your turn. Play this. Do it. I dare you. But also louder. Oh, I forgot you're contra bassoon and not normal bassoon. You know, I did just like shoot the first bassoonist out the back and then promote the second bassoonist. It's fine. No one has to know about that part. English horn, you do it. Actually do a little switcheroo here. There you go, that makes more sense. Okay, ignore that I crescendoed from a forte to a mezzo forte. You guys don't know anything about composing. That's actually a secret composing trick that Mozart doesn't want you to know about. Anyway, try bassoons here. I guess English horn, double reeds. You know what? Alright, try this, please, my friend. And if you disappoint me, I'll never forgive you. Okay, this bass oboe sound is unnecessarily loud, but... You guys are a little too quiet. How about you do... this? I don't know why I didn't do this before. Oh, it's because it was on trumpets. Bass oboe, you have failed me. I don't like that very much. Let's put you guys back here for a sec, so I can shoot this guy out the back, and shoot on his back, and come from behind. Okay. This is what it was like in oboes originally. I think you were actually on flutes originally, and then I changed you. Something like... I think it was probably flute and alto flutes. You know, I don't know why you guys aren't playing forte. That's on me. You guys play forte. I think the double piano here is a little redundant. Let me get rid of that. And then you guys play forte. And then you guys go to fortissimo, please. I think this would be much more effective than the stupid mezzo fortes. Okay. Goody gumdrops. What are all those accidentals? Sharp, flat, and natural. You're welcome. Use a key signature. I don't think there's a key signature that does the whole tone scale. English horn. Okay. I think there is a key signature here. It's one natural. And I think I wrote that in because I'm like, well, technically it's an A minor, but like, not really. Key sigs in my 21st century music. I swear there's more chordal stuff happening here. It's more pleasant over here where there's actually harmony going on. And here I'm like, screw that. But I swear I did it for a very specific reason. Anyway, I gotta figure out what comes out after this. But we'll figure that out later. There are these trombones here. There's a bass trombone that isn't doing anything. That's true. I think I did add the bass trombone because I'm like, well, I need another trombone. So I just added the bass one, although it is playing these trombone notes, which aren't really bass trombone notes. They're just more like, I don't know, normal trombone notes. If part gets chromatic, it may be better to omit a key signature. At least it uses too many accidentals outside the home key. Yes, yes, yes. And if you're writing in different modes, I guess. But anyway, I think you guys ain't loud enough. Better. I can hear those trombones finally. Crescendo, my tremolo friends. Start from piano, please. Good. Okay. Good. Bigger triangle hit here, please. And maybe forte symbols here. Our program you use is MuseScore 4, M-U-S-E-S-C-O-R-E, number 4. 4.6 came out and it added a bunch of things that I don't like. But you can still download anyway. But welcome. Okay, that that may be a bit too much, but I did want to hear that triangle a bit more. Actually get rid of that. Actually, no, keep the symbol. I just wanted a louder triangle hits. Actually, let's have the triangle play just a little bit more, my dears. Over here. Because you're in 7/8, I'm gonna have to notate this kind of weirdly. Do like this. And then do like this, please. Try this. Okay. I did read somewhere that the triangle is very good for these, triangle's very good at enunciating. It's very good at, not enunciating, it doesn't enunciate, it ain't got no mouth, it's just a triangle. Word for like bringing out, like emphasizing, complementing, something like that. It's very good at complementing crescendos. Accentuating, thank you. Good word. Accentuating crescendos. Especially if it's a bit more, I don't know, orchestral. This is a bit unorthodox, but okay. Okay, well, I say unorthodox, but like, the Firebird has existed for over 100 years now, so I don't know if I can say unorthodox. Okay, so that's the part that comes after, and I'm not sure if I want to, like, repeat this phrase, have some other melody. Also, I think I keep going back and forth on this tempo, but I think I want it to be just a little bit faster, please, my dear friends. Just a little bit faster. Try again. Good. I think it might be actually too fast, but slow down, my friend. Slow down. Slow down. Look at all these empty measures. Just waiting to have stuff written into them. Not sure what I want next. And I think Piccolo can chill out. So, what do I think goes after? And this is the part where I close my eyes and imagine something so I can figure out what I think needs to happen next. I think there should be like a string arpeggio here, or maybe just like a scale. This chord can be repeated again, but like, you know, in different instruments to make it a little bit more mellow. There needs to be kind of a fall off. Try this. You guys play after the... You guys continue playing after the other instruments of playing, so just strings only. And you know what? How about bass drum? You also continue. I didn't have you guys do some tremolo, so yoink, try this. Oh, I forgot to tremolo you guys too, sorry. Get rid of this high violin note. Okay, actually, I don't know if I like that very much. Remove the tremolo here. I'll go back to this. What chord is this? It's just a simple diminished chord here. Try having some other instruments play it. Okay, that's not treble clef. Sometimes I forget. You play E flat, or you play A, horn, you play E flat, horn, you play... Actually, I don't have 2 horns, I have 4. You play... Wait. Trombones, you play A. You can play this. You can play a low E flat here. Try... a bit too loud. How low can this bass trombone go? Down to this beautiful low A1. Alright, time to justify using this instrument because it's about to go low. Beautiful. I think the horn is a little bit too mellow though. I think because I have the horn playing this close octave here, or sorry, close interval here, it sounds a bit too horny. So I need to make it less so by spreading the horns out a little bit. Spread your horns out, y'all. I think you can play E flat, and I'll have these trumpets play C. There you go. Descending triad with a bassoon or tuba to then follow a verse, maybe. I was thinking something similar. I kind of was thinking like at the end of Mars, you know, by Holst, where they have like the ascending violin parts. Actually, let me look at that because I kind of am curious how exactly he wrote that in. I think I have the score downloaded to my computer for reference. Like, because I basically started by stealing all of my orchestration devices from the planets. So let's go take a look-see at the end of Mars, which I guess is just the beginning of Venus. Page 32. Here. Bam, 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 bam. Look at those 4 fortes. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Beautiful ending. Also, what the heck is he doing over here? What kind of scale is that? Okay, so it's let me look at what you're doing over here. Are you guys playing like diminished chords or D sharp, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D? Is this like any kind of scale? Bach Chacan. I'm sorry, this is not the YouTube search. That's the YouTube chat. You want to click above and you can type it in there and I'll bring you to the Bach Chacan. You can always say to scale out of this world. Unbelievable. Holst must have taken this from John Williams' Star Wars The Asteroid Field. You're right. I feel like Holst, being a trombonist, wielded infinite power because he's a trombonist. So he was able to steal from John Williams from the future. Pretty cool, right? Looks like you guys are playing actually minor thirds. Actually, no, here you're playing B and D sharp. Are you guys playing a scale here? C sharp, D sharp, F sharp. There's no G sharp, so it's not following like the order of the sharps. So it must be some kind of, I mean, to be honest, it's probably Holst just faffing around on his keyboard at home, his piano at home, going like, bam, 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 that sounds good, bam, bam, bam. I feel like that, especially with a lot of Chopin's music, Frederick Chopin, I feel like a lot of his music is like, he just kind of made it up on the spot and then he wrote it down or had like a student of his write it down. Cause I feel like just a lot of the way he writes, it just feels very improvised all of the time. Not that it's a bad thing, but it leads to some very interesting kind of like effects. Like every Chopin piece I listen to, it really sounds like he just made it up on the spot, which is great, but it doesn't feel very structured because of that. Is this a cello? Is there another viola part? The cello here just inexplicably stops playing for some notes. How the heck did he decide how to write that? See, you guys are just inexplicably not playing for some parts. Ah, 3 clarinets! 3 clarinets! This whole throat for so many instruments. I mean, by no means this is the largest orchestra, but I think it's definitely one of the most interestingly used orchestras because Holst knew what he was doing. Anyway, what I gathered from that was basically Holst just made up a scale. It was probably some kind of modal scale, but I don't know what it is. Also, just for the sake of mine and everyone's ears, I'm going to turn down the volume for this part here. That didn't help very much because of the piccolo. I mean, I like the piccolo here, but also you're way too loud. You're getting even further down. Okay, that's not that helpful, but whatever, I'll have to do. Bass trombone, louder. Actually, how about the brass? You guys, here. You guys play C. And trumpets here, you also join in on playing A. Okay. And scales at the end of Mars are in E minor. Can you play what you got so far? Yeah, sure, hold on. That's not A. You're A. Like that, beautiful. And contrabassoon, of course. Play. Okay. And You're not alto clef. Do I want these close voicings? Let's have you guys be a little bit more open. Actually, no. Do this. And then I'll just have all of you guys play the same notes. Trumpets, you guys can go away for a sec. You guys play A. This horn is so loud, I can't really describe why. Okay. You play A. Good. What do I think is happening here? It sounds like something. It sounds like exactly when like the evil villain would do his evil laugh, and then like reveals his super, very uncool plot to take over the whole universe, and then something like. What's like the follow-up of that? Like, it's a little too early to have someone burst in and say, "That's not cool, man, don't do that." So I feel like we gotta have a little bit more lead into that. There should be a quarter rest between to those parts. Oh, like, you want like a... like this? Where we like wait and tease them a little bit before we play the next note. Who's playing too early? All of you guys. Also, shut up, bass drum. There's gotta be something. What the heck is going on here? There's gotta be something that connects those dudes if we're gonna have something like that. Also, what in the world is happening to you? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll play it from the beginning. I probably need to hear it from the beginning again anyway. Okay. Here's the beginning.
hope it makes more sense in context why it sounds so strange. It's supposed to sound very evil at this part, which is why I have all these weird dissonances happening. Which is why I was actually planning after this next part to have an extremely consonant part. Something very tonal, just to, you know, kind of release that dead air. And then I feel like towards the middle section and like the end, we can have like a combination of both to make it feel more interesting. Anyway, I think here there could be a little bit more miraculous Mandarin. I want more like steady like bass drum hits maybe, instead of just like this rolling part here. The bass drum's already kind of doing this, but can't read all that. You have a timpani? Yeah, but it's not doing much right now. It's just kind of playing some of these rolls. Anyway. Now, because you're playing in 7/8, I'm not quite sure what... At a cool timpani part during that real frantic part. That's a good point. What would it be? Why are you so like that? There's like a specific rhythm I have in my head, but I can't seem to get it right now. Why is the accent so much louder than the rest of the instruments? It's because of the mallet setting I have on here. Try the normal mallets. Yeah. It's because at the beginning I think I set it to have hard mallets. Just during this part here. Let's not have any specification like that. I know mallets are very cool, but not for this part. We'll just keep it nice and simple. Ever wrote any marching band scores? Nope. I don't know much about marching band, and I haven't written or even heard very much of it, I'm gonna be honest. Two accents, and then crescendo here. Accent first and third beat, try this. Accent just first beat. Actually, somebody needs to accentuate you. I guess it has to be me, the composer. What if I just boosted you to fortissimo immediately? Although, see, I know timpani is a delicate instrument and I don't really want it to just beat the crap out of its instruments for absolutely no reason. So, I'm gonna forego some of these accents. Just accent the first beat, please, my dears. I used to be more bass to ground the beginning more, something I would play throughout the beginning. That's also what I was thinking. I think there needs to be some more contrabass action happening in the beginning part here. Actually, just for consistency, I'll put triple F here. Yeah, towards the beginning here, the contrabass isn't really playing anything, and I thought that was something that was missing when I listened back to it. I think this part is fine. It's like an introduction, right? It's okay here. And then here, I think I like assigned a timpani to play this low part. What are you writing this piece for? For me. It's mine. I'm not This isn't like a commission or anything. This is just me. Oh wait, you're playing G major. Shut up. Louder. Hello, G? What's the intention? What do you have in mind? The idea is kind of like, it starts out with this like mysterious part, right? And then I'm not sure, because right now there's only one leitmotif, and it's just this guy. That's it. I feel like I need to introduce another part, but anyway, yeah, it's supposed to do like this, and then it sounds like, you know, bright and sunshine, and like it's like the camera slowly pans to a darker place where the villains are acting out, and that's like the part that I wrote here. And then after this, there needs to be something more lighthearted, you know, to like, you know, show the protagonist in my hypothetical story here. So, but of course I want to get this part down before. Upload the scores to PDF or portfolio website anymore? No. Well, I upload them to YouTube, but I upload like the score video. So, but I don't have like I don't have a publisher, and I also don't post them to MuseScore or anything. If you like click on one of my scores, then it's not like a PDF. It's just like a score video that I record. So it just like scrolls. I don't really see any reason to post the PDF anywhere because no one's going to be performing my music anyway, so you just look at the YouTube video, I guess. If someone wanted to perform my music, then they should just ask me for the score, and I guess I'd provide it to them. But so far, no one has asked, so it's just staying on YouTube. Self-taught, did you go to some music school? In composition specifically, I'm self-taught. In music performance, I'm not. I was taught for 10 years how to play piano, and then I was not taught composition. I self-taught composition. But it's actually pretty easy to self-teach yourself composition, because I was like, oh, I want to start composing music. Let me look up YouTube videos on how to do that. And then I didn't like any of what they said because it was just a bunch of music like production nonsense. I'm just kidding. It's not nonsense, but I want to make fun of them anyway because that's what I do. And then, you know, I went to this magical place that has a lot of information called the library. And then I checked out a bunch of books on composing music, and they had lots of information there. So that's where I would start. I don't like the contrabass playing that low notes. Maybe have like, try, my dears, try a tuba and a contrabassoon, contrabassoon and tuba in octaves, please. This is generally like a contrabassoon and tuba in octaves gives a very nice balanced sound here. Never mind. Sounds a bit too balanced. Just try low tuba here. No, it's a bit too... Sounds a bit too much like the horn. Kind of gets in the way, I think. Adler's A Study of Orchestration is incredible. I haven't really read through Adler's book. Of course, you mostly learn orchestration through reading your favorite scores, right? What the orchestration books are generally good for is learning about the instruments. So, stuff like that. But I think when you're composing music, what's more useful is books about harmony. So I actually have in front of me right now on my desk, I have 2 books that I actually haven't gone through. I was planning on going, like, studying them with y'all on stream, but I just haven't. It's the first one is called Advanced Harmony Theory and Practice by Robert W. Ottman. And then I have another one here, Harmony, Creative Aspects and Practice, or 20th Century Harmony by Vincent Persichetti. I've read some books on stream before about harmony, and we can discuss them, but I haven't actually done these yet. I don't know how long I've checked them out, so I should probably return them or renew them soon. Knowing piano is sort of the easiest to segue into composition. That's True, mostly because I think it's easiest to visualize lots of notes on the piano, but that's not how I do it. The last time I composed something, like I sat at the piano and wrote down a melody, was probably like 2 years ago when I started. I haven't done that since. I don't write a whole lot of piano music, nor did I mostly just like, literally sat here and used MuseScore to do it. But of course, it's probably way easier just to sit at a piano than to just kind of ad hoc put notes in until it sounds good. Is the whole song supposed to be unsettling? I mean, this piece was kind of like my excuse to try out some of these strange harmonic devices. Like, all of my other work is very tonal. Very concerned about, functional harmony, yada yada. And I guess I am still here, but I am trying some new stuff here, so using some of these beautiful chordal chords, more diminished chords, more tritones, just experimenting, This is my experiment. And that's what we're dealing with here. But yeah, if you actually go to like my catalog, nothing else sounds like this. So you have a G C sharp tritone, which is kind of spooky and suspenseful. Very good. Yes. I think it sounds very cool. I need to challenge myself, Gotta try out some new weird harmony stuff. Can't just write the same things over and over. These harps still aren't doing anything. I thought about adding something in when at the beginning here, and then I didn't. So maybe I will. I still need to figure out who's playing the bass here, though. I think yours is too loud. It does, but it makes me scared. I mean, I immediately resolve it, so it's probably fine. And here, I wanted like a harp part here. Definitely need some shimmering harps over here, but first I need to... Where is it? Doesn't exist. Harp. There you go. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I ate like 2 slices of pizza for my quote-unquote dinner. Man, that wasn't enough. I need some chicken in me. Let's just write in the C sharp and F sharp. There you go. We're gonna have the pedal diagram, which is surprisingly close to loss, but not quite. Or we're gonna have the text. I'll just do the text because I'm the composer. So I believe you're what? You're a D major? That's not D major. It is D major. I saw this and I'm like, this must be a G, but it's the viola, which is playing in the alto schmalto clef. You're actually D major. Who texted me? Oh, it was my wife. Hello. I wonder what she has to say this time, but I'm streaming. I'll respond to that later. Sorry. I want somebody once told me. Let's get some. You're gonna have to be a little faster than that, my friends. I want some nice shimmering harps. Okay. Glissando. I'm not very familiar with writing for harp, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, I do just wanted to play some glissandi right now, which is not very creative, but, I'll give them more interesting parts later.
Oh yeah, harp diagram go. And yoink. 2 octaves were better, I think. Alright, sure. Actually, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, no. Why does it look like that? Okay, wait, hold on. Pedal diagram can go over here. There you go. You guys can do that over here. What is that text? What this? This is a pedal diagram, or a harp diagram. I don't know exactly what it's called. Because the way the harp is designed is that it has like these pedals, these floor pedals that they use to change the accidentals of their strings. So this tells them what accidentals. And I know there's like a key signature, but whatever. Also, if I don't put the pedal diagram in, MuseScore will not play the harps correctly. So, you know, gotta do it like this. Get out of my way, dialogue. So we have 2 octaves here. Although this isn't very pretty, but oh well. Excuse me? Is this happening too fast? That's definitely not the diatonic scale. What? These are all the correct notes. F sharp, or F sharp, C sharp. Can you play it over a longer period of time, please? You unbelievable dillhole. Is it not recognizing that I put the harp diagram down? Okay, hold on, let me just redo it. Maybe it just got confused. Oh, why are you chromatic? The default is diatonic. Why are you chromatic? Oh wow, it's almost like that's exactly what I wanted. Unbelievable. Oh wow, that's so pretty. If only you did that. Why did you play? How does a harp even play chromatically? It can't. Okay. Just do this. I'm gonna be lazy and do like this. There you go. I guess delete that. Don't need that. Do that, and yeah. You guys can just piano here. You start on a different note, please. Maybe start on the 5th, just for funsies. Were there some parallel 5ths I heard there? Try this. I think you guys gotta be a little quicker. Actually, let me just hear one harp. Try this. Thank you. Alright, time to glissando the heck out of ya. Yoink. Make sure you're playing diatonic, which is the default, despite it not setting it by default. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Gliz. It is the glissando, you're right. It's a little bit too, I think maybe not 2 octaves, maybe like an octave and a 5th. Wouldn't be nicer. Something like this, and then something like this. Move this guy. Why does one of you say glissando and one of you doesn't? You know, whatever. Doesn't matter. And you're playing the correct notes, yes? Play D here. Do you be like the echo, so you play quieter? And you do something similar here. I'm not, actually, I have no idea what I want here. I'm just writing. Fifth time the harp thing after the oboe resolves to D after the F sharp E. Like somewhere around here. Okay. I can move you guys. Try moving you somewhere around here. E, F sharp. Okay, so like, what's that? That's just like, let's at least try you on the second beat first. Where are my harps here? And try like this first. But hello? Piano? The science show. Maybe a tiny bit earlier. My dears, please play just a little bit earlier. This looks awful, but whatever. Something about this harp note feels a little off. Something about this feels a little odd. Maybe it's too low. Start on A, go to D. Thank you. Okay, this just sounds kind of goofy. Get rid of that. And I don't know why you're like this. Just do that, please. Thank you. See, this sounded a lot better in my head than it really did. Maybe try celesta. Go. That sounds so dumb. Why are you still chromatic? Portamento. Yeah, sure. Portamento that celesta. Oh wow, it didn't work. I'm so shocked. Diatonic. Actually, since you're a celesta, you probably just want to do white keys. I guess this isn't a white key. And go to D then. No, I don't think this is it. I mean, it can play like a arpeggio instead or something. That might be better if I had arpeggios here. Something very twinkling. So let's do that. I'm not quite sure what I want though. Let's just do something insane like this. Better hope you've been practicing your arpeggios, dum-dum. Triple forte cymbal splash, sure. You're welcome. I actually have other cymbals, like I don't mind the cymbal sounds. There's a 20-inch cymbal. There's also a 19-inch cymbal. Which, I don't know why they have 19 and 20, like there is such a meaningful difference between the two. What are the largest hand cymbals that... Hold on, I gotta look this up. Largest... Piatti. Okay, that wasn't very helpful. Largest or not like... If it's like drum cymbals, they can be suspended. I want big hand cymbals. What are the biggest hand cymbals that... Are the biggest cymbals I could find? Well, yeah, but like, I don't want 22 to 24 inches. All right, I gotta look this up. 24-inch Piatti. This is not helpful. You're just showing me pictures of pasta and are you gonna make me hungry?
hand. I don't want to call them hand symbols because that sounds stupid. And I'm pretty sure there's already something else called hand symbols. I just want to see a picture of someone holding them. I just want a picture of somebody holding like comically large symbols, like they're that robot monkey that clashes the symbols together. That's why I just want a picture. Please. There's a 67-inch symbols. This looks like a gong. What is a 24-inch symbol? Oh, it is a gong. Never mind. I thought it were like two gongs. Has anyone ever tried that, taking two gongs and slamming them together? That probably sounds awful and would also break the gong. But it would sound awesome, right? Dang it, these symbols are not what I want. Alright, whatever. Let's just do largest symbols. Largest symbols and go. Please show me your big symbols. What in tarnation? What? What is that? When are you ever... Why does it go to a Walmart.com link? Oh, these are... What? This is like... Or you can see like the... I didn't even notice the people there. It's just like a museum exhibit. When are you ever... How do these drums in any way sound meaningfully different from each other that you need so many? Oh my gosh, you got like the little... whatever these are. I got so many symbols here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, it looks like some of these symbols are like stacked on top of each other. I don't even... That's so many symbols. Probably tuned chromatically. Oh, so you can like play along. Also functions as a keyboard. There are so many drums. 1, 2... I think that's one symbol. 3, 4... This one looks like 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's probably like 24 symbols here. I'm not gonna count all of them, but that's so many drums. Look at all those pedals. Oh my gosh, there are probably like 10 pedals down here. It's like playing a pipe organ. Oh, they're all hooked up to one computer. Look at the single wire coming out of this. Oh my gosh. The poor dudes there. They're like, man, I wish I had that much money to own all of these symbols. They're wearing like lanyards. This is like a museum exhibit or something. Like a convention of symbols. Symbols. I mean, those look pretty big, but not like super big. What is happening here? Okay. Oh, it looks even weirder from this angle. How are they even supposed to reach those? Do you like throw your drumsticks at it and hope that it hits and also hope that you catch it? The largest symbol stack. That's a lot of symbols. What do symbols even sound like stacked? I don't think I've listened to any Oh my gosh, it's like a rainbow. Look at all that reflection. Oh my gosh. Look at the bass drums sitting out here like they're little outposts, like they're little cannons that are about to fire some bass drum sounds. Oh, this is just awful. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, probably not gonna... Oh, that is a big symbol. Man, I am hungry, y'all. Okay, let's get back to writing. A little louder, please, Celesta. Dang it. I pressed Control to zoom in, and then I pressed N to add a new note, and I accidentally opened a new MuseScore project. Stack symbols are crashier, trashier, minimal to no sustain. Oh, they're like a splashy. I see. Pretty cool. Try this, actually. delete these notes. No, okay. And the more I write this, the more I don't like it. If you did D, G, A, C sharp, D. Sure, let's try that. Somewhere around here. Man, there is a fly on me. Get out of here. Like that. And let's have a similar pattern. That's a good suggestion. Start from down below. No, let's definitely start from over here. How high can the celesta go? Pretty high, okay. Looks like I'm gonna need some ottava happening here. Dang, cannot go that high. Okay, you can't even tell the notes apart here. That's okay, I want you to come back down to earth. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to move these notes. Thank you. MuseScore 4.6 really screwed over all my keybinds. Like my right click, which usually adds a rest, opens up this dialogue now, which is really annoying. And I like to press Shift Alt and then arrow keys, which is the keybind for moving notes diatonically. If you just press the arrow keys, they move chromatically. But if you press Shift Alt and then the arrow keys, they move diatonically, which is very useful. But MuseScore is ruining all my keybinds. Grrr. I'm so angry. Go! Okay. As much as I wanted the arpeggios in, I don't think they sound as good as I'd hoped. Although, well, that's technically an arpeggio. Let's try, just chord arpeggios here. Give it to the woodwinds and make them have their deafness moments. That's such a good suggestion. I do like torturing my players, so it's an excellent suggestion. Do I still have my heart pedal diagrams? I sure do. So let's have those. Arpeggio. Why is this so fast? Let's increase that delay here. I know you can increase the spread delay, which increases the distance between the notes being played. Oh, that's so much nicer. I think let's get rid of this D here, have something a bit more open. Try this. Actually, no, we didn't need this. Maybe add this F sharp over here. Yeah, okay. And then get rid of this F sharp here. There you go, that's much nicer. And then something similar happening. Can I increase the... I don't think you can increase the delay more than 2. Yeah, I won't let you. Okay, that's fine.
We'll have something similar happen with y'all. Let's put you in the treble clef. Okay, treble clef. It can be a bit more free. Whatever, just keep stacking notes. And then arpeggio this. Add piano. Okay, I'm liking this. And then something similar happening with you guys over here. How one of the clarinets do the funky town melody? Oh, this piece, of course, is very funky, so you're right, that's a perfect suggestion. And then, like, come back down to earth here, my friend. Over here. Okay. How many notes does this have? 7. You have 6. There you go. Nah, that actually sounds kind of dumb. You know what? F sharp, you're coming back. You're an arpeggio anyway. You're just for colors. Doesn't really matter what notes. And I just want something kind of repeating like this. Just these beautiful arpeggio notes here. Maybe you guys should play like an extended chord so you're more interesting. Okay, the first one definitely should be like, you know, diatonic. I think these other ones here could be more interesting though, so. G, let's try something funny like this. Okay. And something similar to that happening over here. I guess you're just the same chord because of how quartals work, so just do like this. And keep on with the beautiful diatonic stuff happening. And you, my friend, play your weird chord. You're so weird. Anything else weird I can do here? Add another note on top. There you go, that's sufficiently weird. Okay, good. It's kind of hard to hear the second harp for some reason, probably because it's playing so high. You guys aren't different volumes. I have a trombone do a marcato E flat. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Bass trombone, get over here. Beautiful. It really does marcato that, don't it? You're really just an inversion of this, so I'm going to be lazy because I'm lazy. and just do an inversion of this. Or, yeah, actually that was correct. And then, like that, I guess. Put this wonderful quartal chord somewhere down here again. I'll get rid of that note there. And then here there's a little bit of harmony. I mean, the strings are still playing this part here, kind of like a pad, you know, like a synth pad. Here there is some harmony though. I think the harps can stop playing though. Actually, I changed my mind. What chord is this? B, G, it's G major. And then I'm willing to bet this is... Oh, this is B minor, which is... What? This is D major, so that's just 6. 6! That's not the place I wanted to put it at. 6. I'm just gonna call that 5, and then back to 1. You ever transcribe music? Nope, I don't. I mean, I could. It just ain't for me. I haven't heard a piece of music that I'm like, oh, I need to transcribe that. After that, one flute goes B, A, should have another go G, F sharp. Like in here. If I had, I don't have any more flutes. Clarinet, your turn, you try. What, G then F? I can't hear you. Sorry, clarinet, you're not a flute. Let's continue writing some chords here. You know what? I'm feeling pretty lazy. Pretty cool trick, right? Oh yeah, you immediately move to 6, which has you play like this. And then 5 here should be A. And then you go back to 1. Okay. And since you're quartal, no one's gonna know what you sound like anyway, so just... There you go, easy peasy. I'm a genius. No composer has ever matched my genius, except for all of them. Let me remove some of these notes here. And get rid of this last dude. I'm not sure if these harps are actually adding anything. What instruments are you using? Oh, plugins. What program are you using? Okay, I'm using MuseScore 4. MUSESCORE4. That's the program I'm using. Instruments I'm using. I'm using the orchestral tools. Man, I'm so Texan. Orchestral tools. Berlin Sounds.
generally, I think they're better than the default MuseScore ones. Some of them are a little suspicious. I do have a lot of them, and they are kind of expensive. I chose to spend on them because, I don't know, I want to. This is what I do instead of buying cool clothes and stuff. Muse Sounds, is that free? The Muse Sounds are. All of these here that you see listed as Muse, these are free, so you can use those. I just choose to pay for sounds because I like them better, but these are perfectly fine. You can use these if you want. They have, you know, a whole lot of instruments for free. Contrabass flute. I think this the bass flute I'm using. They have 2 flutes, clarinet and E flat, B flat. They have saxophones, which are questionable in quality, but at least they're not MIDI. And they have all these dudes, and I think I'm using the Muse harp. They also have all of these percussions for free, which is probably all you need, except if you want a thunder sheet, which is not included here. But they have things, everything you want, such as agogos and toms and field drum and gabasa, and also a choir, and also brass. Look at that. Horns A6. Pretty cool, right? And they also have marching drums, which I haven't used, but I have downloaded. Marching bass drums, marching cymbals. I've heard these are actually pretty darn good. If you're interested in writing for a marching band or marching drum lines, they have some pretty good marching sounds completely for free. Or marching drum sounds. I mean, the drums are pretty good in general. I would say the weak points of Muse Sounds are the oboe and the trumpet, I think, are a little weak. Some of the strings are kind of strange, but it's mostly, you'll notice that the Muse Sounds are very much geared towards writing orchestral music, not as much geared towards writing band music. So that's why they have the sounds that they do. So I can't seem to find Muse Sounds. You need to download them off of their app, which is kind of stupid, but that's where you get it. It's on this app called Muse Hub, and it you can download it from MuseScore whatever and make an account there. I think you can just sign in with Google if you care, and then you can download their sounds from there and also see all the other sounds and also see the reviews of the sounds of people being like, this does not work and it sounds horrible, and then you can choose what to buy based on that. There are also some videos comparing the different sounds together, and I feel like I should upload videos like that because I'm seeing a lack of videos that compare the sounds together, and they don't like, I mean, some of them use compositions. I would quite like to use, like, you know, classical music compositions in my comparisons instead of like the self compositions that people use for those. Like, of course it's good that you have self compositions, but I feel like more people would benefit more if you did classical music as like your base. Do you have to individually download each instrument? No, they come in sound packs, which is why they're grouped the way they are. So you can see here, like, these are they're grouped under Muse, and then they're grouped under Muse Brass. This is like what you go to download it. You go to Muse Brass and you download it. There are some instruments that you download on their own. Like, I have an organ here that's just an organ. I mean, there's 2 organ end pedals, but some of these are like the harp. It's just 1 harp. So stuff like that. Anyway, what was I doing here? I think you need to be a bit more tonal. These guys here. So you play, what is this, G major. Okay, try again from the beginning here. I actually think there's too much harp going on now. You guys like really need to slow down after this here. You know, just for funsies, you guys can alternate. But yeah, something like that. And then I think there needs to be like a tremolo harp here somewhere. Not here though, this is fine. The way it is. Maybe here. What chord is this? I think this is A minor. Yeah, you're A minor. Where's the harp? There you are. Oh, I can't see sharp because I need to put in the pedal diagram. Get over here, pedal diagram. Sharpen or naturalize that C. There you go. There you go. Hello, hello. Whoop, wrong one. Here, my friends have something like this happening. When the contrabassoons come in, I want you to stop. Give the contrabassoons their space. The contrabassoons are like the big bad baddies, and you gotta stay out of their way, man. Don't want to get on their bad side. And I want you guys just like move down a little bit. Okay. Okay, it kind of bothers me that you guys are playing in sequence like that. I'm gonna change your rhythm a little bit. I mean, they are the same harp sounds, so it makes sense that they'd be the same, but and I want you guys to go from piano to triple P, please. Like, just like get really quiet here. Like, I don't want to hear you after this. Good. And I think it was also here something was bothering me. Yeah, it was you guys. Go to piano instead of pianissimo. Okay. God, I'm hungry, y'all. I'm so hungry. Maybe I'll get food. Oh wait, I should probably add more slurs here. Just do one here. Like this. Yeah. Oh, you guys just play legato. There you go. Legato. Beautiful, beautiful. Do something like this instead, actually. Instead of like this alternating up-down pattern, do something funny like this. I think I like this a bit more. It's a little goofier. This is awesome. I think it's a little too high though. No, whatever. Okay. Try this, my pitsy friends. Oh. Why am I not surprised Viola can't play this? Unbelievable. You know what, Viola? You can just shut up then. Oh, you shut up, man. Yoink. And copy what's going on here. Go. Apparently, no, wait, no, that's correct. More crescendo here, please. You die off a little too quickly, I think. Good. And all you guys just like do like this. Okay. Goody gumdrops. I think the violins are a little bit too loud, so I shall turn on their volume. That's about all. Okay. Anything else I want to change here? Maybe the instruments. They kind of go down the score, you know? I'm not hearing that timpani enough. Hello. Timpani, play louder! I already have you playing so loud. Do I need to boost your... Did I lower the timpani volume? Timpani. Oh, I did, actually. You see that lowered slider? Timpani. Play, go! Why is this roll so slow? Maybe it's just hard to get those loudnesses. Good. The timpani is so much more powerful like that. But wait, since I increased the volume there, the volume everywhere else is going to be so loud. Hopefully it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Very Stravinsky, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe what my favorite piece of classical music is. It's unguessable. Completely, no one will ever be able to get it right. Do I want to change like the mallets here? I don't like that you're playing these notes, but I kind of like what's going on here. I just want you to play pizzicato instead. Why are you decrescendo from piano to piano? Be a little louder because you're pizzicato. Actually, just do this. Or do this. Just do this. Do like a little chromatic thing happening here. And the same with you, my pitsy friend. Chromatic part here. I guess you can't, there's no, I mean, there is an in-between note between B flat and say. But I'm not going to use it, because screw you. Maybe like that instead. No, it's gotta be like this. Okay, I like that a lot more. Or... I think this was more interesting though. What the heck is... Oh, G sharp. And... I want retardando here. Retardando. Actually, not over that. Do it over this. I think you're a little too slow. I'm going to boost your volume slightly. I mean, I feel like I change the tempo every time I re-listen to it. I'm like, oh, it's too slow. No, faster. Too slow. Oh, you're too fast. Okay, definitely got it. That timpani is covering ear tracks, my friend. Increase here. Forte, go. Good. Okay, but also you have to be quiet after this, please. Okay, that's a little too harsh, actually. Play for a little longer, my friend. Actually, if I'm doing this, I think I need to split. Can we get it at 8,000 BPM? I think I've actually tried something like that. I don't think MuseScore lets you go that fast. Which is very sad, and I know I was equally as disappointed as you. Okay, you need to go back to tempo here. Tempo. Which tempo? Tempo. Pick one. Vroom, vroom. You hear that vroom, vroom outside? Which one did I copy? I copied the lower line here. And then copy the higher line, please. And then piz it. Get pizzed. Okay. Festa Romaine by Resfigi. I'm sure I pronounced that completely correctly, and no, I haven't heard of that. Try this. I guess it makes more sense if I swapped you guys. Swap. You know what, this is C sharp. I could just have violas play this part. And then I could have both of you play pizzicato here. And you, my friend, play... Actually, I haven't heard both of you guys play pizz. I can really hear it when it's pizzicato. You're going back to Ercho. Ercho, that's how you pronounce that. There's a whole genre of music based around trying to get DOS to play music at 1000 BPM, but it's pretty silly. They basically just reinvented doing granular synthesis when they were doing BPMs that fast. They rediscovered that if you wiggle air at 1000 BPM, it just turns into, I don't know, a 1000 hertz sound. It's almost like that's how we defined the hertz. Pretty cool, right? How many cycles are happening per second? That's what hertz is. That feels much better. Okay, but you're a little too loud now because you're meant to piano. Go back to piano. Good. Wait. Oh, I think I wanted to have the bass drum do something and then I gave up. I'm not hearing this pizzicato enough. More pizzas. More pizzas. Go, pizzies. Just for consistency, I'm gonna put you in mezzo forte. Dynamics. You're weirdly really loud. That's better. Man, it's so much better when I can hear the timpani. It's so much scarier. And it's exactly what I wanted. Okay, yeah, what happens after this part? I don't know. The xylophone comes in, that's good. You guys hear those xylophone tritones? It's very fun. I'm very happy that I could include a xylophone finally. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this day. For the xylophone to finally have a place. Instead of it sounding goofy. I mean, it still sounds goofy, but like, in the way that we like. But I don't know what happens next. What does the piece want? What is it telling me? What is it whispering into my ear very loudly? An extremely loud whisper. So loud, in fact, that it's not even whispering no more. I have an idea. Get out of here, extra measures. And then have like a little rest here. And then once again, timpani. Boom! But like quieter, not that loud. E flat. Thank you. While you still have this timpani tuned to E flat. You want a little rest here? Do like a do a and then you're still in 3/4. Yeah, whatever, just stay in 3/4. Tremolo low. Get tremolo low. Tie! Oh, you're gonna need to be E flat. Tie! Because modern version of it are pretty much all a bunch of people reinventing granular synthesis, but coming at it from a different hardstyle EDM gabbercore breakcore POV. This is what happens when you try to breakcore. You just reinvent sound. You like get so breakcore that somehow like you like scientifically you like actually loop back around to just being completely unbreakcore and having a single tone, which I think is both terrible and awesome. Why does the timpani make that sound? That's not how timpani work. What was that? Okay, whatever. We can kind of get around this, I think, by just having like a bass drum hits. And maybe like... Tuba hasn't really been doing anything this whole time. Tuba, pretty please, my dear. Please do something like this. I don't like Tuba doing this. Contra-bassoon, your turn. You try. Go! Try this. I really like this motif, so Timpani, I want you to play it again. You know what, Timpani? First, yoink. I want you to repeat this. Again. I know you just did earlier, but I just want to hear it again because I like it. The bass drum here. Bass drum, can you like help out the timpani here and make it play make it a bit louder? Okay, I can't really hear the pitches now. Fortissimo. Bass drum is so darn loud. Better, I like that. Maybe like a heartbeat kind of thing going on here. Get rid of that. Okay. Shush. And you also shush. Go. Try again. That's like weirdly close to what I want, but I'm not so sure. I think there's got to be some stringies after this. I'm playing something based on this A here. Maybe beautiful F major. Again, gotta release some of this tension. It's been building up inside of me for so long. Or so much tension, so I'm releasing it. Just do like a little switcheroo to 4/4 here, please. And you know what? Just do this. What in tarnation is happening with all of these rests? Go away. No, go away. Go away, rests. Okay. Whoopsies. Oh, I forgot to decrescendo you, that's right. Shush. 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 Thank you. Repeats. And click, click, click. Tie. Tempo. Andante. There you go. I feel like I already had this kind of thing happening. It's going to be kind of a cliche if I keep using this technique here. I use this at the beginning. These funkalicious tremolos here with the violas and cellos playing alternating notes, and then the violins playing not that, which I stole directly from He Who Shall Not Be Named. But now I'm doing it again, and I feel like I shouldn't do that because it'll just sound a bit too samey. It needs to be something different. So I did say I want something very tonal to come after this part here. Just do a bass drum hit on each of these. You keep on playing, actually, but only for like one more measure. And tremololo as compensation for this longer draw. You shall actually no, just keep going to piano. Like this. Pianissimo. Okay. And what do I want here? I think I did say F major, but I'm not sure if F major is actually what I want. Feels like the chord that's got to come out of that. I don't know why, but it just does. It's kind of cinematic, which I'm not sure actually is a good thing in this case, because I feel like that's going away from what I initially wanted. Let me think about this. There's got to be a new motif. But Who wants to play it? Maybe something building off of this. I know it's in 7/8, but that can change. Keep the 4/4ness, please. And delete all this junk that I'm not going to use. But let's take this and put it in oboe. Oboe. But did I not copy it to my clipboard despite copying it to my clipboard? You dum-dum. Okay, it's not going to be the same exact melody because they're two different rhythms. And I think I'm going to make it more tonal instead of weird. And also transpose it and all that good stuff. But first, let's at least have the reference here. Let's transpose you upwards, maybe like a 4th to D. Okay, you're lasting way too long, my friends. You need to shush, shush, shush. Hush. Hush. Thank you. Okay, these notes are kind of random right now. I think they gotta have a little bit more pizzazz, aka chords. I'm gonna get rid of these slurs for now. And we'll put in some slurs later. But, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. You know why? Because I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat food. So, I'll see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe and join the Discord that's in the description. And I'll see you later. Make sure to keep up your composition, especially that one project that I know you want to work on and you're like, oh, but I'll do it later. You know you want to do it. I'll see you later. I'm gonna go eat food. Bye-bye.